Everybody, it's Brett, and today I'm just going to go over how to set up a new virtual machine inside Virtualbox. And to do this demonstration, I'm just going to be using a copy of Ubuntu Studio that I downloaded from their website. It is a free OS. It's not free to use and free to download. It's right here. I downloaded it and put it into my documents folder. And note that whenever you set up a virtual machine, wherever the ISO is, needs to stay there for the majority of the installation. So let's just open up Virtualbox, and Virtualbox can be downloaded from Sun's website for free, and they make it for Linux, Mac, and PC. So what we have here is we have a little interface that is pretty simple. You can start machines, discard them, make new ones. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a new one. Pops up the new virtual machine wizard. We'll name it Ubuntu Studio, and since it uses the alternate installer, what we can do is we can just do other Linux 2.6, and instead of its usual Ubuntu, but we'll click continue with that. I find it's a little better to include a little more RAM. You can see my system has 2048 megabytes, which is about 2 gigs. I'm going to give it about a quarter of that. And it wants you to create a new hard disk, which is just a spot on your computer. It takes up the amount of hard drive space that you want it to do, but it's a simpler way of creating a partition virtually. So we're going to click continue. It's going to pop up the new virtual disk wizard, and I usually do a fixed size storage because I don't want it expanding into Obsidian. Click continue there. I'll name it Ubuntu Studio, that's fine. 8 gigabytes seems a little lot for me because I'm not going to be using that much, so I'm going to give it about 3. Automatically, it all depends on how big the ISO you're making. So you don't have to be doing this for Ubuntu Studio. You could do it for Fedora, Damn Small Linux, Mandriva, anything, OpenSUSE. But you have to all depend on how big your ISO file is. So I'm going to go back to that. I'm going to click Command-I to preview it, and this is a 1.79 gigabyte ISO. So it needs at least that amount, and I'm not going to be using it that much, so I'm going to leave a 3 is fine instead of an 8. Click continue, click done, and it'll take a little while just to set up the virtual hard disk, but this is always easier than partitioning a drive on your computer to test out that new Linux operating system or a Windows. And this is all pretty similar if you wanted to make a Windows 7 or XP virtual machine inside your Mac. And I won't go through the entire alternate installer installation of Ubuntu Studio. I'm pretty much just showing you how to set up a virtual machine for a Linux install. And overall, it doesn't really take that long to set up. It's fairly easy. It's pretty much just setting up defaults and tweaking a few things to fit your needs. Okay, so it has finished, and it says that it failed to create the hard disk storage because it cannot register it, but we'll click OK and see if everything goes okay. But it states that I already created one when I did this earlier, so I'm going to click OK with that. I'm going to go back actually and choose a one that I already have, and I'll click that and I'll click done. Okay, so we have finally set up a first virtual machine inside Sun's Virtualbox. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more videos on setting up virtual machines, making use out of everything on your Mac, and other new things to come. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.